I just snapped up 200 acres of raw land for a measly $2,000. Yeah, $2,000. Barely 2 days later, this woman from the so-called HOA next door comes charging across the dusty field in her fancy heels, acting like she's the queen of the prairie. She thrusts a thick binder right under my nose and says, "You owe our homeowners association $15,000 in back dues and fines." I glance around. Nothing but wind-swept grass, a few curious cows, and wide-open sky. No subdivisions, no paved streets, just empty farmland as far as the eye can see. Her house is the only one in sight. She claims, "The old owner signed on with our family's HOA." I pull out my deed and tell her straight, "Ma'am, this is my property. There's no HOA here." She gives me this smug grin, like she's got me cornered. Big error. Because this old truck mechanic just turned their little scheme into a full-blown federal fiasco. What would you do if some phony HOA tried to extort you on vacant land? Here's how I ended up with more acres than some small counties, all for the cost of a used pickup. 3 weeks back, I'm elbow-deep in grease under a big rig when my phone rings. Grandpa passed, left me $50,000. Most folks my age would splurge on a new boat or something flashy. Me? I was done with the garage life. 12 years wrenching on diesels, inhaling fumes that could choke a horse, my back aching like I'd been bucked off a bull. The constant reek of oil and antifreeze was wearing me down. I dreamed of farming, swapping tools for tillers, getting my hands in real soil. Stumbled on this government tax auction online. 200 acres in Nebraska farm country. Back taxes owed, $2,000. I head out Saturday, windows down, tires crunching gravel. Birds singing, rolling fields of black earth, old posts marking the edges. I could already see rows of wheat waving in the breeze. Monday's auction, only one other bidder bows out quick. Bang, it's mine. Felt too easy, and sure enough, it was. Wednesday, I'm out there sampling soil when I spot this sprawling mansion a quarter-mile off, like it dropped from Beverly Hills. Circular drive, perfect lawns that must cost a fortune to keep green. Through the glass, some guy in a button-down pecking at a laptop. Warning sign right there. I'm tasting that fertile dirt on my fingers when I hear the click-clack of high heels on hard ground. This polished blonde strides up, hand out. "You the new owner?" "I'm Susan Harrington, president of Willowbrook Estates Homeowners Association." "President?" I scan the horizon. One house, hers. "How many homes in this association?" 12 fine properties, she says with a rehearsed smile. "My husband Richard and I came from California. He does tech from home. We've raised the bar around here." Raised the bar on what? Century-old farmland? She flips open her binder, fresh ink smell hitting me. "This land's part of our HOA. Ma'am, it's AG's owned since the 60s. She pages through like a courtroom shark. "Prior owner agreed to dues. You're on the hook." "How much?" $15,000 back fees, plus $750 a month. I laugh outright. HOA on empty pasture? Then I catch her smirk, like she's reeled in suckers before. "These rules are binding," she warns. Her perfume overpowers the fresh air, turning my stomach. "We'll lean if needed, involve the county, make life tough." Hands me emails from the old owner. Off formatting, weird dates, obvious fakes. "Show me real docs." She dodges. "Filed with the county. Check yourself." Then she clicks away, leaving me with bogus papers. But what burned me was threatening a stranger she'd just met. That's not neighborly, it's predatory. I'm just a mechanic from Wyoming, but I know a con when I smell one. Grew up on handshakes and honesty, not land grabs with forgeries. That night, stewing in bed, it dawns, how many other folks have Susan and Richard fleeced? Time to dig. First, county courthouse. If legit, records would show. If not, they're crooks. Thursday, certified letter shows up, hand-delivered to my place 40 miles away. Fancy header, legalese galore, notice of violation and assessment, $15,000 plus penalties, interest, even a $200 fee for the letter itself. Audacity. But more. Filed a county complaint saying my land breaks AG rules. Posted on neighborhood apps about the shady new owner flouting standards. Got 3 HOA pals to petition about my disrupting harmony. Disruption? I hadn't turned a spade yet. Off to the courthouse, boots echoing on stone steps, air heavy with rain. County Clerk Margaret's been there forever, glasses on a chain, ink-stained fingers. Hear about the Harrington mess? She says before I open my mouth. How'd you know? You're the fourth this month sniffing records after tangling with her. Fourth. Gut punch. She lays out papers like a poker hand, musty and official. My deed. AG exempt since 67. Grandpa always said verify records before trusting talk. Spot on. Survey from Parceling. No Willowbrook mention. Their HOA filing 2 years old. 12 lots around theirs. Mine? Not included. Your land's older by 40 years, Margaret taps. Like claiming the Rockies for your yard. Then, leaning in, coffee breath. She's been here 6 times trying to tweak your deed. Tweak how? Add your parcel to their covenant. Says she has your okay. Slides a consent form. My name typed, signature like a kid's scrawl. Never seen it. Attempted fraud. Keyword, attempted. I smelled rot, didn't file. Now I've got her on forgery. Homeward, I plant no trespass signs along the line. Clang of the digger probably reaches her window. Start real soil tests, showing this land's for farming, princess or not. That afternoon, phone. Patricia from Willowbrook Management. Dues due now. Management. New twist. I owe zilch. Records say $17,000 with fees. Jumping numbers. Address. 4578, Business Center Drive, Suite 210. Google, UPS Store. That's a mailbox. Pause, click. Evening. Beer on porch, sunset gilding my land. Engine hum. Black luxury sedan cruises slow, polo shirt driver, snapping pics of my house, truck. I wave, no response. Call sheriff. Deputy Harlan arrives next day, veteran of land spats. Show him timeline. Fakes, threats. Not first on the Harringtons, he adjusts his hat. Reports of pressuring owners. 3 families paid up before catching on. 1 old farmer forked over $8,000 till kin stepped in. This ain't just my fight, stopping a rural racket. Friday, another letter under my wiper. Willowbrook Services LLC, $1,847 monthly for landscaping, roads, security, admin. What landscaping? Roads potholed since Ford was president. Security? My rifle and coyotes. Threatened collections, credit hits. Call number. Devin here. What's this for? High impact AG parcel. Laugh echoes. Grass and cows. Assessment stands. Pay how? Address. Phoenix. Billing Nebraska from Arizona. Hang up. Research. LLC new. Agent Devin Harrington. Family. Mailbox again. Grandpa said fake firms can't make real debt, but sure hassle you. Then BBB complaints chill me. 5 owners, 3 states, same scam, bogus bills, liens, harassment. 1 Colorado guy paid $12,000 over months. Arizona family 2 years before realizing fake HOA. Pros, interstate. Afternoon, sedan back. Susan walking her shepherd. Off leash, onto my land, trampling test plots. $20 seeds ruined. Your dog's trespassing. Oh, innocent. Dog marks post, ammonia sharp. Sorry. She chirps, smirking. Phone out, recording. Filming. Documenting damage. Mask slips. Harassment. Evidence. Richard exits car, fancy shoes, never labor look. Puffs up, sees my build from hauling engines, backs off. Keep that video private. My land. They leave, dog drops a gift. Evening, diner with Harlan. They're ramping up. Found multi-state scam. At least 3. Pattern. Target rural near suburbs. Fake HOA. Bill till pay or flee. Why no stops? Most paid to end hassle. You're first to push back. Bigger than me. Protect rural from expansion grabs. Harlan slides card. FBI agent Maria Vargas, rural fraud expert. Briefed her. Feds for fake fees? Mail, wire fraud, conspiracy, yes. Monday, red-blue lights at dawn. 2 cruisers. Adrenaline bitter. Harlan, problem. Susan filed report. I threatened with tools, implied force. Her video. Grainy. Me with pitchfork looking menacing. Timestamp yesterday. But edited. I was hay baling far off. My trail cams show truth. Her invading, circling, filming angle to distort. Manipulated evidence. Felony. File report. Hours later, worse. 2 cars, out-of-state plates. For folks in nice clothes, notebooks, cameras, photographing everything. What? Documenting hazards for safety committee. Hazards? Tractor legal, tank inspected. Trespassing. Community safety. I record, they squirm. No consent. Can on my land. They back off, but continue. Plates. 3 from her HOA. Building witnesses. Evening. Phone barrage. Fake reporters, attorneys on threats. Orchestrated smear. Call Emily Lawson, farmer rights lawyer Harlan suggested. 20 years battling scams. Flipping narrative, make you aggressor. Legal. Coordination of lies. Conspiracy. Takes case pro bono, wants example. 3 days, subpoena finances, $47,000 collected, no legit spends. All personal. Theft. Background. Fled California ahead of fraud probes, left $30,000 debts. Career crooks targeting rural. Night on porch, coyotes howling, thinking of victims. Tomorrow, build case to end them. Smoking gun from basement archives, stale air, dusty files. Emily researching, Margaret mentions Harrington's eyed old deed restrictions. Down creaky stairs, box heavy as a carburetor. Inside, Myland's permanent AG protection 67. Can't add to residential HOA, deed fraud. Then bomb. Folder with amendment filed days before auction, signature of Harold Jenkins, old owner. But obituary, dead 6 months prior. Forged dead man's sign. IP traces to their house. Premeditated. Emily's accountant traces. Colorado $23,000 from 4, Arizona $31,000 from 6, Nebraska $47,000 from 5. Total $180,000 from 15 families. Not scammers, career ring. Power shifts. No more confused farmer, holding prison keys. AG protection trumps covenants. But forged filings? Federal wire fraud, 5 to 20 years. Plan, let them think winning, bait crime with feds watching. They don't know deed fraud, our ace. Legal strategy over diner coffee, steam rising. Wire fraud beautiful, each email account. Need one more crime witnessed. Announce fake AG inspection Friday. $50K cash grant for organics. Post at hardware store. Mention loud at feed mill. Gossip spreads. Greed blinds. Hire ex-cop Frank security for pro cams. Drill were, sweat in cool air. Chain of custody key, DIY tossed in court. $3,000, but courtroom proof. Saturday barbecue on land. Burgers. Neighbors see I'm no lunatic. 7 come. Stories flow. Johnson's paid $400 monthly improvements. Miller's $1,800 road fixes. Roads still rutted. Thought legit. Mrs. Johnson admits. Smoke thick. Fancy terms shamed us. Total losses $23,000. Could have helped real. Solidarity builds. Made us feel bad neighbors. Mr. Miller crushes can. Psych weapon. Theft is duty. Bait set. Tuesday hardware. Accidental grant talk. Federal deadlines. K. Now Susan shops there. Law sinks military-like. Harlan links to Agent Vargas. Tracked scams coast to coast. Your docs connect dots. Arrest prep. Vargas undercover as road crew. Retired AG guy Tom Wilkins plays inspector. Knows regs cold. Act natural. Practice calm. Engine diagnostics under pressure hone me. Tom brings clipboards. Gear, old truck. Realism convicts. All set. Cams, feds, media ready for takedown. Triggered by crooks targeting a mechanic. Give rope, they hang. Wednesday. Overhears Susan at hardware. Grant Graham mentioned. How much? $50,000 organics. Cash bells in her head. Through window, Richard in sedan, phone frantic, red face. Accounts near frozen per Emily. Desperate. Afternoon call. Management, voice frayed. Resolved before inspection. Settled, oh nothing. Violations disqualify. Settle $15,000, clear record. Desperation. Consider hang up. Thursday night. Diesel stench wakes me. Poured on test plots. $3K crops poisoned. Cam's catch. Susan, unknown man, Devon. Sabotage, contamination, feds add years. Escalated to terrorism. Emily reviews. Let dig deeper. Evening psyops. Fake calls, reporters, attorneys, sheriff, California code. Impersonation felonies. Bar number? Hang up. Friday. Rentals along fence, 6 with cams, clipboards. Pings constant. 9 a.m. Tom arrives. FBI van is maintenance. Tom inspects precise. Minutes. Susan storms with Richard, 2 muscle and polos. State inspector? Yes, routine. Under HOA, needs are okay. Block gear. Obstruction on cam. Next, stupidity masterclass. Susan pulls Tom aside. Cam's catch. Worth your while. $8K to find violations. Falsify report. Be thorough. Bribery. Richard. Envelope. $10,000 walk away. Bribery. Consult fee. Hired guys uneasy. Thought surveys, not bribes. 1 records. Susan panics. Makeup runs. Not bribery. Produces fake state docs. Forged seals. Dead inspectors sign. Forgeries. Legit. Guys bolt. Out above pay. Threats. Positive report. Lawsuits. Harassment worse. Know your address. Felony. Richard. Means procedures. Vargas radios. Move in. Engines roar. Sheriff. FBI. State. Susan. Setup. Yes. I step out. Confess conspiracy. Shock as cuffs click. Next 15. Drama finale. Vargas. Arrest for mail. Wire fraud. Conspiracy. Theft. Cuffs echo. Richard runs. Harlan tackles into dirt. Satisfying. Same charges plus bribery. Neighbors gather. Applaud. 2 years relief. News van screech. Linda Martinez, Channel 7. Feds bust California couple in rural fraud. Approach. Exposed ring. Message. Rural ain't easy marks. We watch each other's backs. Soundbite gold. Vargas. Multi-state end. Charges 520 years. Assets forfeit for victims. Shows evidence. Margaret arrives. Deed protected forever. Hands docs on cam. What now? Plant wheat, soybeans. AG land stays AG. Visual. Me. Fields. Tractors. Neighbors thank. Saved us fees. Mr. Johnson. How many more scams? V. Ergus. 7 states linked. Your case messages. Rural protected. Afternoon sun. Tractor hums sweet. Justice. Land safe. Community tight. Best defense. Offense. 6 months on. Wheat waist high. Green promise. Susan 4 years federal. Richard 5. Extra for run. Hearing packed. Victims watch. Judge. $200,000 restitution. All repaid plus interest. Fraud cash funds real community. $35,000 shared gear. Seed drill. Baler. Road fixes. My farm booms. 40 acres wheat 15% over average. 25 soybeans ready. Real grant. Applied. Got $12,000 heritage crops. Irony. Emily's case templates nationwide. Nebraska's AG Protection Act passes unanimous. 3 states follow. Feds probe rural scam serious. Emily to Congress. Rural, no Wild West. W. Yamin call. Farmer facing similar. Emily and I help. Fighting back for all rural. Scholarship. Rural justice. $5,000 yearly AG/law students. First, local kids studying farm engineering. Essay on exploitation proud. Personal, dating Laura, extension agent from soil tests. First date farmers market, tomato rivalry. Romance reel. Conservation, 20 acres prairie restore, birds, research, school tours. Completing grandpa's legacy. Morning walks. No heels, no fakes, just wind, birds, work satisfaction. Developer call. Sell for homes? Premium cash. No. AG land. Everything's price. Not this. More than money. Protect rural life. Prove folks beat crooks. Turn $2,000 to community justice. Phone rings. Another farmer needs scam advice. Time to share lessons from Nebraska heartland. Rural takes care of its own. What do you think about this story? Share your thoughts in the comments below, especially on themes of injustice and standing up against bullies in everyday life. Do you believe violence or threats have a place in resolving disputes? Or should it always be through the law? Take a stand and let me know your views. I'd love to hear from you.